Okay, this here story is kind of long-winded and it has a few phases, so you might want to strap in if you want to hear the whole thing. Back in, I think this is in 1984, we had just moved back to Jacksonville, but I was asleep in my bed one Saturday morning, and I heard this awful grinding sound. It sounded like this high pitched just grinding. I was like, what in the hell is that? So I got up after a while and went to investigate, went out into the garage, and I went out, opened the door, and there's my dad out there. He had rented, I think it's called a carbide saw, but it's a big old circular blade on a thing. It's like a masonry blade used to cut brick and concrete. But he was out there sawing into the brick in the garage. And the reason being is his boat wouldn't fit in the garage. The fenders on the trailer were a bit too wide. So he's going to notch out the bricks in the garage about, he took about 3 inches by about, I guess about 3 foot, 2.5, 3 foot. So the fenders were good there, but we had this double garage, 2-bay garage. There's a brick pillar that went down to separate the two, and there's brick on the other side. It's the old school, red bricks or whatever, except these were brown bricks, but that's another story. But anyway, so he's out there notching it out with that saw so he could fit his boat in there. Never mind, just put a fence off that little one section of the yard and put so no one could mess with his boat. He's going to get it in the garage. So the one thing he didn't do was measure the garage to see if the boat would fit. So I'm helping him back it in. Yeah, okay, yeah, you got it through, So he come on back all the way to the wall, into the wall, and the boat tongue is sticking out, I don't know, 3 or 4 foot out the front of the garage door. So the garage door won't shut. So he's like, the hell with it. He cranks the boat down, the front of it down, all the way down the ground, so it's flat on the ground, and pulls the garage door down, top of it. So there's about an 8 or 10 inch gap underneath the garage door because it won't go all the way down. So he just sticks screwdrivers in the track of the garage doors to kind of lock it, and lays some stuff in front of it, so the hell with it. Well, at that point in time, in our neighborhood, there was a group of thieves that would come around occasionally and check for stuff like people leaving their garage doors cracked, and they'd rip them off. So one Saturday morning, or maybe it was a weekday, I think it's a Saturday morning, but woke up, he goes out in the garage and, damn, where's all my fishing gear? Someone come in the night and took off with a few $1,000s worth of fishing gear, fishing rods, depth finders, tackle, all kind of stuff. Real treasure chest. So at that point, what was the next phase there? Yeah, he put this infrared like a motion detector thing. Someone breaks the beam, it beep goes off inside the bedroom. So he puts that in there, and not long after that, beep, and he'd go out there. Well, actually, what he would do is go out the sliding glass door on the side, go around to the garage door, and meet him there. By this time, they probably heard him, and lights come on the house or whatever. So he called a couple of them, went out there with his 38 playing Dirty Harry, and I woke up to gunshots more than once during that time period. And I think he actually may have hit one of the dudes one time or whatever, got a little meat. But back in those days, the cops would just say, "Oh, you shot one of them? Good job." Now they probably haul you off to jail. But anyway, so that went on. And then what was the next phase of that little thing? Every once in a while, a cat or something would set it off too. And meow, so you go out there and find a kitty cat. But I think he got tired of going around. So I think his reasoning with this next thing was so he could kind of catch them while they're in there. So what he did is the master bedroom where him and my mom were at was right through the wall from the garage. So he just cut a hole in the wall into the garage, a little 1 foot by 2 foot, and put a little window in there. And so he could just slide the window open with his gun and, hey, stick your hands up, you son of a, whatever. So soon enough, somebody, he heard the beep go off one night, and probably my mom was nudging him. Somebody's in the garage. So he gets up, goes over there, open, slides that window open. In the meantime, he sent my mom around to go into the kitchen, turn on the garage light. So once you turn on the garage light, he's got that window up, he can see what's going on. But before she got around there, he's got that window open, and there's a little bit of ambient light in the garage, probably from a power strip or something like that. And he can make out the outline, the silhouette of a hat, and it looked like somebody's standing there in the garage. So he got his gun on, freeze you scumbag, or whatever, more likely you son of a bitch or son of a bitch. But so he did that. By the time my mom flicks the light on, and he sees what it is, and what he did is he left his hat sitting on his boat seat. So he liked to shot up his hat in his boat seat. So what's the next phase of this? That was very funny, though. We all got a big laugh out of that. So the next phase is, I think he finally put up a privacy fence, about 40 feet of privacy fence to, to block in that little corner of the house where the garage is and everything. And that finally remedied it. And then, so he finally wanted to get I keep saying finally, he got a boat shed built, like right out in the little grass strip area in that little, where the fenced in area. And of course, like my dad, he found the absolute cheapest guy he could. And the dude, sure enough, built him a nice little boat shed. But what he did do or didn't do anyway, but the roof's supposed to be like this, but the roof was actually like this. So it had a little bow in it. So every time it rained, it would form a little pond in there. So that was phase 6. I don't know. But anyway, soon enough, the neighbors got on the telephone and called the city and said, hey, my neighbor here's got this terrible looking shed sticking up above the fence. And so the city come out and made him tear it down. So I think he tore it down soon after that. But I think that was where it left off. It was just all that crap. And it was like all you had to do, you had to put that little piece of fence up, and it would have remedied the whole thing. No reason for anybody to get shot or ripped off or anything. But that didn't happen. But it was pretty funny. My dad wasn't the most what do you call it? He'd always just find the cheapest way to do stuff. He wasn't an idiot by no means, but he has some peculiar ways to do it, of solving problems sometimes. But that's it. I thought that was a very funny story. But bam, bam. See ya. Have a good day.